Once I clock out, it's straight home, and my 2-year-old is waiting for me, and he runs up and helps me get the dog out of the car. And then it is, no joke, it is basically the rest of the night is spent on the floor playing with toy cars. A large part of me wanting to have a better career is so that I can provide more for my family. I feel like every decision I make is somehow related to how I'm providing for him or what kind of life I'm going to be giving.
Summer's truck.
I knew that I wanted to work at WM because I got interested in working in essentially waste collection, working in the environmental field from my time in the Peace Corps. Originally, I applied for a route manager position, but I ended up landing in the dispatch department and ended up being actually a really great fit for me. After a couple years in dispatch, it became obvious that there were a lot of different roles here within WM that I could possibly try to apply for. I applied, I think, 4 or 5 times for various analyst type positions. Each time I was, just bested by somebody who either had more experience or had higher quality experience than I did. I knew that the one thing that I really needed more than anything else was some of the SQL or SQL coding. But before the Your Tomorrow benefit, the hardest part was the accessibility to it. You could always, there was stuff online, but I didn't really know which to choose from, and I didn't necessarily know how I would navigate that by myself. So it was really nice to have this package basically given by WM. It felt like they had considered carefully which options the students have. The certificate that I went for was the Data Analytics Professional Certificate. The day that my course was over with PathStream was the day that I had my interview for my pricing analyst position. And then 3 days later, I was told that I was going to be getting an offer. It felt a little surreal. I can definitely tell that one of the things that made me an attractive candidate to them was my interest in data. And that was largely renewed through my experience having gone through the data analytics program. Guild and WM kind of helped me see what else was out there and feel confident that I had the skills necessary to be a valid candidate. There's going to be probably an infinite amount of ways that I can apply things from the course that I took and what I'm going to be doing. It's a great way to use a lot of the experience and things that I learned about collection, about how we service our customers, plus my interest in data. It's just a perfect marriage of everything that I kind of like to do. You don't really know what you're capable of doing unless you try, and I really just can't recommend enough trying to make the investment in yourself.